It's the only NBA playoff game in town on this Wednesday night, and it is a biggie. Game 5 in a 2-2 series. We welcome you to NBA Tip-Off presented by AT&T. Studio J here in Atlanta. It's the Inside the NBA crew, along with Shaq and Kenny and Chuck, Ernie Johnson. Thanks a lot for being with us tonight. Looking forward to this because this is a huge game in a 2-2 series. What?
This guy's over there chewing on something. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Ernie, I'm not doing nothing. I'm paying attention like I always do.
Man. Well, you know we have a million cameras. We'll get it in the break.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing.
We'll get it in the break.
So you know what I think about when I think of the Cavs and Pistons Game 5 in Detroit?
What's that?
2007. Remember 2007?
Oh,
remember 25 straight points by LeBron James?
That's
29 of their last 30.
That's probably the best performance I've ever seen in person.
Well, second first for me.
Which one?
I was on the court with Dream when he gave it to David Robinson.
This was incredible.
That was something different too.
Yeah, but this was. Because you were still playing at the time, but the three of us were sitting here, and when I saw you guys with your jaws on the floor, I knew we were watching something
As a spectator, that was the best I've ever seen.
And I was sitting here saying, feel free to take the ball out of his hand.
They tried.
You got to get, he shot the ball. He scored 29 straight points.
No, but he was going, they were running, he was running away from the double team, shooting fadeaways.
Kenny always says that this is the moment in the season where you make a name for yourself. He came in the chosen when he was playing great, but that performance right there kind of propelled him to his greatness. He was letting people know, hey, I'm here. I know there's Kobe and D-Wade and all these guys, but my name is LeBron James, and this is what I could do.
Yeah, he was like 22 years old.
Yeah. And before that, he was still like offensively passive at times, and so. That was the first time where he just said, I think, and I can remember, he was like, no, and as a pro, I'm going to take over that offensive load.
I'm not going to let us lose tonight. That was beautiful to watch. And
they won in double overtime.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was a privilege to be there.
And that was 19 years ago. That was then, and this is now.
Well, he's got to be retired by now.
Far from it. Who knows? The difference in Game 4 in Cleveland was a span of 5 minutes and 46 seconds to start the second half. The Cavs went on a 22-0 run, 15 of those by Donovan Mitchell. Cleveland remained perfect at home, 6-0, but they're 0-5 on the road, while the Pistons have won the last 5 in their gym. Here's what they're saying heading into Game 5.
JB, not trying to get you caught up in anything, but 12 free throw attempts.
It's unacceptable. It is. We didn't do enough, obviously, to help ourselves, but there's no way that one guy on their team shoots more free throws than our team. We're not a settle team. We're not a jump shooting team. It's frustrating, since Kenny made his comments publicly about, us. The whistle's changed in this series.
It's just a different story, 2-2. I know Game 5 is going to be tough, and it's in their place, but I think we made a stand, winning these 2 games. I think we figured some stuff out, especially offensively. So I think that gives us confidence going in there.
I think our starters hadn't been great to start the games and start the halves, particularly on the defensive end. That's what led to easy opportunities, whether it's threes or layups. Rewarding our bigs. And so when we can get on the same page and get off to great starts like that to start the game or half, it's a different ball club. Will we have turnovers? 3. It's definitely sustainable. We got work to do, but I think we found some, we capitalized off Game 3, and we got to be even better going into Game 5 on the road.
We're still learning, and that's the tough part about it. And this is a new environment for us, being in the second round, understanding what it takes to win at this, level in this round for the first time. And I think we learned, from the Orlando series, what it's like to be down and the amount of urgency you have to play with. But now you're on the other side of it. And so now you're learning, how you have to slow that opponent who's playing with that type of urgency.
Modelo, fight for victory. When you go back to the waning seconds of the first half, it was a 24-0 run, 22-0 to start the second half. Had the last bucket of the first half, and you see the damage done there. And Mitchell and Harden scoring or assisting on every point of that 24-0 run. Donovan Mitchell, Shaq had 4 points at halftime of that game. And then, look out.
I don't know who he talked to, but whoever he talked to, make sure you call him again. This is the Donovan
Maybe he
Mitchell.
talked to himself.
But yeah, maybe he did. But this is the Donovan Mitchell I've been waiting for. You know, when you talk about championship caliber teams, you either have one or two guys, and they have two guys, and they have to be explosive. Now, my question to them is, can you do it again? And can you do it again and again and again and get to the finals and possibly win the championship? They've been a little bit too up and down for me, but hey, 39 or 43 in the second half, the 43 points, that's what I'm talking about, Donovan Mitchell. Now, you want to propel your team to the next level, can you do it again? I need a big night from both of them if they want to move on.
Yeah, so he matches the NBA record for points.
Sleepy!
With Sleepy Floyd, 39.
Pass the ball, Sleepy.
And Chuck, pass the ball yourself. You had 38.
Damn.
Well, they made me mad.
Yeah, exactly. I know about
They
that.
made me mad. They wouldn't double me, and they made a commercial about me getting dunked on by Chris Webber. I'd teach him.
We will have more on Sleepy Floyd, as a matter of fact.
Come on,
a
Chris
bit
Gatlin.
later.
Come on, Chris Gatlin.
Too little, Chris Gatlin.
Too little?
Too
Got good size.
Oh, hey, Chris, do not back
why
up
are you
on
backing
me.
up? No.
Thank you, Kenny. Do not be
you gotta
backing
make a
up.
drive. Stop it.
Chris Webber.
Oh, Chris.
Come on, Chris. You
too
shouldn't have
quick.
made that commercial.
should've been too
Oh,
quick.
little Byron Houston.
That's Little Barkley. That was Little Barkley.
Come on, man.
Dang, you shooting people
Hey,
like that?
hey,
You shooting people in the
can't
stands?
do that.
You shooting people in the stands.
That was a time when you could swing around.
When you could do that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ernie, you know what's fascinating about this series?
Tell me what's fascinating. Sometimes. But
Hey, Tim, do me a favor. Just sit at home and watch. Shut the hell up.
it's all right, Tim. I appreciate
Tim
it.
Ziegler. This is a fascinating series because you have no idea who's going to show up. Like, if you look at Detroit, it's been Cade and Tobias. Then Paul Reed came in and gave him something. LeVert gave him something, but the rest of the guys haven't showed up. The Cavs, Donovan finally had a superstar game. James has been inconsistent. The big guy's been inconsistent. Like, you have no idea. That's got to be frustrating as a coach, not to know exactly what's going to happen going into a game. Like, I assumed that Donovan and James were going to play great. I assumed that. But if they take care of the ball, they can get a good shot every time. I think they need to get in their offense sooner. I think the same thing with Detroit. Both of these teams be milking the shot clock like they ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, which it drives me crazy. Get into your offense way sooner because this is just a heck of a shot, but it's still 5 seconds to go, and that's a hero shot. But I love to see him get in there. Duren has been so disappointing. I love that kid, but he's been so disappointed in the playoffs in general. Tobias Harris has been great, and Cade's been great. Who's going to show up for Detroit is the question. Who's going to show up for Cleveland?
And they had 3 guys questionable on the injury report, the Pistons. Duncan Robinson questionable. His low back is bothering him. Karis LeVert, who had the 24 off the bench the other day, also questionable as we approach game time.
Well, that's not even a good question.
No.
Yeah, but
You got to play, man. You got to get shot. You either got to get that DMSO, that stuff they put on horses.
They don't use that stuff no more.
it's called illegal.
It's not illegal.
It's illegal.
I just had some.
Dude, you ain't playing nowhere. You ain't playing anywhere.
Hey, listen.
That's called.
I could barely walk sometime. When that doctor stuck that DMSO in there, I was out there like a spring chicken.
No, that blue pill is
like a
something else.
thoroughbred.
Yeah, like a thoroughbred.
Yeah, you were using blue pills.
What's jumped out at you about this?
The overall, the expectation that Donovan could do what he did the other day is, I think, unrealistic.
Why? He's a superstar.
Because only one person in the history of the game has done it, and he now only the second. It's not like it's a normal occurrence to get 39 and a half.
Okay, but
but getting 40 isn't,
No, but getting 40 in the playoffs is very difficult.
Oh, stop. It's been done before.
Well,
Very difficult.
To piggyback on Kenny's point, he don't have to get 30 and a half. That's different. But Donovan should be getting 25 a night.
There you go.
At least 25 a night.
If he puts the pressure on but everything for
He
Cleveland.
should never have a 4-point half.
But the pressure for Cleveland is all turning the basketball over.
But Kenny, you saying
when they don't turn it over, Shaq, they're fine.
Okay, but you're saying he should average 25. That's easy for Don. I want him to dominate. Don't give me what you give me in the regular season. Dominate. He dominated the second half the other day, and the outcome was they won.
Hey, let me give you a little nugget
That's what I need.
about Donovan Mitchell. Since he came in the league in 2018.
Okay.
All right. 36 playoff games of at least 30 points. Nobody has more than Donovan Mitchell.
Thank you.
Now can we get to you brought it up, Chuck, but Shaq, I want to hear your thoughts on Jalen Duren. Because here's a guy in this playoff series. His scoring numbers are down 9 from the regular season and 2 fewer rebounds per game. When you look at this game, there has to be a breakthrough from this guy for Detroit.
You know, his game was a little bit one-dimensional to me. You know, throughout the season, gets his points by little drop-offs right there. Right here, he had a strong move, but he hasn't been doing that a lot. So, if you take the drop-off away, you rotate quickly. That will take his game away. Chuck has said this many times. During the offseason, he's going to have to work on his offensive game because, when defenses, take these little shots away, what else can you do? And, playoffs is a time where you must adjust so you can get your game off 19-10. That's not going to get it done. So, he either needs to play harder or will himself to, get those easy baskets that he used to getting. But I have to agree with Chuck. He's not really playing well at all.
There were only 6 times this year, and he played 70 games where he scored in single digits. So, it's happened 5 times in 11 games in the playoffs.
When you're in the playoffs, Ernie, you're playing against the best.
Right.
Ken and Shaq know this. The scouting report is like the real deal. This summer, he's going to get in the gym and learn how to score, work on his game, because his whole game is offensive rebounding and lob dunk from Cade. He's not getting those.